Pull up a chair. Yeah. We cut that cloth. Mind on freedom. Still in the talk. Welcome to the Chop House, where we break that script apart. Shopping love, shopping love. Carving futures from the dark. From the block to the boardroom. We gon' build this brick by brick. With the spiritual thought leader. Turning pressure into gifts. Black gold in the bloodstream. Old pain in the bone, turn chains into cheat codes, turn maybe to our own. We talk vision, talk village, talk healing in the mix. Talk that on your brick, talk that on your bricks, yeah. Welcome to the Chop, where we break that script apart. Shopping love, shopping love. Carving futures from the dark. From the block to the boardroom. We gon' build this brick by brick. With a spiritual thought leader. Turning pressure into gifts. Pull up every generation. Pull a seat for the youth, pass a mic like an heirloom. Every word, living proof. We talk money, talk mindset, talk joy as a right. Every cut is a compass, every story is light. Welcome to the Top. Where we break that script apart. Sharpen love, sharpen love. Carving futures from the dark. From the block to the boardroom. We gon' build this brick by brick. With a spiritual thought leader. Turning pressure into gifts.
So tap in, don't tap out. When the world feels like a test. It's the Chop House, family, where we chop it for our best. Let's go!
You just stepped into a space where the walls are down and the labels don't stick. This isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to ask the questions that keep you up at night. We call this the unchurched because we're moving past the pulpit and stepping away from the script. We're trading rigid doctrine for raw discovery and finding the sacred in the middle of our daily grind. Whether you're full of faith, full of doubt, or just plain tired of the noise, there is a seat at the table for you. Today, we're leaning into the I don't know yet. We're exploring what it looks like to live authentically, love without boundaries, and find a spirituality that actually breathes. This is your flow space. This is your community of the curious. Take a breath, open your mind. Let's pull down the walls and see what's waiting on the other side. I'm your host, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be.
Welcome to the Unchurched, with the spiritual thought leader. This is where sermons sound like stories and questions feel like home. Every faith, every doubt, every animal, yeah, gets a seat at the table. We're preaching past the pulpit, teaching past the script, pulling down the walls between sacred and the daily grind. This is your flow space for the out of the box song. Welcome to the uncharted. If you don't mind, whoa, whoa, increase. Father, we pray for increase, God. We need you to love our territory.
Let's have a third verse. Why don't you say promote?
Promotion. Father, we pray for promotion, God. We need you to enlarge our territory.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I want to welcome you to tonight's edition of The Unchurched. Uh-oh, where's my camera? Let's see what's going on here. Bear with me just a moment. I tell you what, when I don't come on for a little while, it wants to cut up, doesn't it? Cassandra Woke, I see you out there, and thank you for being on with me on tonight. Camera, where are you? Camera. Just 1 second. Bear with me just one moment, if you would. I hope that everybody had a good day. Let me turn my volume up a little bit. I hope everyone had a good day. I most certainly did, and I'm excited to be with you on this evening as soon as I find this camera, and there it is. Thank you so much for being with me tonight on The Unchurched, and I appreciate you. Again, Cassandra Woke, I see you there. I hope the sound is good. Let me know if there's a problem there at all. I know I've got a little bit of a hum going on because I have a fan blowing on me to kind of cool me down a little bit. But this is the day, Chef Nobi. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm rejoicing in it, and I'm glad. It's good to see you, Chef Nobi. Hey, and welcome for coming in. Welcome. Blessed Sunday, happy Sunday to everybody. Tonight, I may not be a long time, but I had an area that I wanted to touch on this evening. There's so much going on in the world right now, for sure. And with that being said, I want us to understand that there are so many things that are challenging your power. And my thought that I wanted to just kind of deal with on tonight was about taking your power back. Take your power back. And that being said, the political climate is absolutely insane right now. The natural environment, I know some of you have different things going on in your life, in your world, that is really a challenge for you right now. But at the end of the day, I want to take us back to, if you will, African spirituality. And you might say, you were just taking your son-in-law, talking to him about that today. Listen, there is a challenge for you to walk in your power. There's a challenge for you to live and have power. And it's very vitally important right now that you steadfastly hold on to the power that God has given you. I want to go back to the African spirituality that we saw manifested even in Roots. And I know some folks are going to be, we have through Christianity and through teaching in the church, a lot of things we've done to take your power away. And I find that very unfortunate when, if anything, we should be bringing people into a place of empowerment, into a place of knowing that they have the ability to do, be, act, think, whatever it is that, come on, Chef Nobi, we're going to talk about it. Whatever it is that God put you on this earth to do. And when you start talking about power, and I'm going to address some that may struggle with, because of having been I'm going to use the term victim. And I really don't use the term victim. I usually say victor. I'm a victor, not a victim. I'm a tor, not a Tim. But some that have come through experiences in life where you've had levels of abuse, silence, and not having a voice, and not taking action on certain things, or finding that you're paralyzed. There's a paralysis that comes over you at very critical times where you can't respond, where you can't come back, and you're just kind of like frozen and suspended in midair because that power, you have found yourself powerless in certain situations, and that power has been stripped and or taken away from you by circumstances, by situations, by environments of even teaching. There was the time when we had turn it up. Yes, I can turn it up. Let's leave. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. If it's not, I may need to Let me know, Cassandra. I'm looking to see if that volume is still low. I may have something going on with my microphone. If there is, we'll try the other side. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. So at the end of the day, we can have that level of where we don't. That's better. Okay. Is it still low? Before I get into it, let me know. Is it still low? Okay, it's better. Is it still low though? I want to make sure because I know some. Okay, awesome. Okay, I want to make sure that everybody can hear comfortably. I know some people were telling me on demand when they were playing it back, the volume was low. That's why I wanted to make sure for those that will listen to it after I finish here today. But you are finding yourselves constantly being challenged to operate and have power. It's like everybody wants to strip us of our power. Okay, it's not low. Good. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure. So I want to go back to the African spirituality that we saw in Roots. For those, I think probably Cassandra and Novi, the two of you here are probably familiar with Roots, while some of the younger folks may not have seen that. And that is every time a child was born and they had the ritual where they would take them out into the open sky and they would lift that baby to the sky. And I think this has to be one of my favorite lines from the movie for sure. There were several good clips and several good snippets, but the favorite line for me for sure was, "Behold, the only thing greater than thyself." And they would hold that baby up to the sky and referencing God and the power of God and the universe. And I want to come back to taking us to a mindset where we understand, and I know we get taught in other concepts, even if you talk about church, we come up with hierarchies, the pastors over you, the bishops over you, you have all these different named authorities that are over you. And I want to go back and I want to reiterate, and I'm not telling people to operate, against spiritual authority and structure in church, even though that's hierarchy. That is not necessarily spirituality, but it's the hierarchy that's been set up by the Christian church anyway, not all churches, but the Christian church for sure, where you have an individual that's placed with authority and you are to quote unquote obey those that have the rule over you. But I want us to understand once more and again, the only thing greater than yourself is God. And I want you to walk in that kind of authority and that kind of power. You all know one of my favorites of the poem, the greatest thing that we have to fear is our power. The power, our greatest fear. It goes straight to the point of the power that we have constantly, seemingly, in battle for. We have to constantly contend to walk in our power. There are people that are constantly trying to strip away our power and challenge it. There are systems that are constantly trying to strip away our power. There are all these things, government that wants to strip away our power. And I want us to understand that there is absolutely, positively nothing that has the ability to be stronger than the power that God has given you. And I want you to walk in that. It's been a couple of months now, but I told you one of the things you'll hear resoundingly and repeatedly in my stream is confidence. I want you to walk in that confidence. I want you to walk in that space and place. I am going to tell you for sure, I have been in both sides, and my typical place of residing is and has always been in a place of power. But having gone through some situations and some circumstances, there were some things that happened and some people that I encountered that it stripped my power away. Or it caused me not to operate, because I don't think anything can take your power. You have to relinquish it and give it up. The power is there. It may be dormant. It may be being ignored, but it's there. But I was in that place where I felt challenged to walk in authority. And there's something in power. There is something about people's ability to read when you're not feeling power. And it causes them to act and interact with you in a different way. And what you'll find is that when you are walking in an energy that is speaking and sometimes even screaming, I do not feel like I have power. That is when people from everywhere, it's almost like radar, will come out of the woodwork and continuously challenge you and beat you down as it relates to your power. Conversely, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, there is that place that they will operate with you when you move in power. And it is one that respects your authority. And so at the point of recognizing how people are treating you, how people are interacting with you, I want you to take a step back, and instead of spending time, energy, and effort and looking at the people and trying to figure out whatever, because people do what they do for reasons that are beyond our knowledge and beyond our control. But what gives them the ability to operate with us in certain ways that are less than respectful are how it's often how we are manifesting, how we are walking in or not walking in power. When you come across as powerless or less powerful, you will find people that it's almost an automatic default that they will treat you less than. I am mindful of when I first started in ministry, and I was about 15 when I started in ministry. And I can remember as a young person, one thing that I heard repeatedly when I would travel around to different places and speak was older people who were astonished at my authority. Well, not only the authority that I felt and possessed as having been studied in scripture, and it was that sense of I had studied, I knew what I was talking about. This is something that I had been engaged in with the word all of my life, had gone through very, very strenuous and in-depth teachings. And so, and I had a relationship with God. It wasn't just about the book knowledge, but I had a relationship with God. And yet still at 15, I still had a lot to learn, no doubt. But I knew when I came to the pulpit to preach, I was not in any way wavering or shaky or wondering about whatever it was I was getting ready to preach. And what I heard repeatedly from older people was, how do you come with such authority? How do you come with such power? How do you come? And there is something about when you have and when you walk in that authority and power with confidence, it has a way of demanding, if you will, an attention at a different level than, and as sad as it may be, that the people that feel stripped of power are easily ignored. Maybe that shouldn't be the way that it is, but more times than not, that is what happens. If you come across as not having any power. When you manifest to the people that you're dealing with that you lack power, it's almost like you just signed up to get ran over. And the reality is that everybody, not just myself and not just certain people, have power. Everybody has power, and everybody has that untapped power that God is ready to release and allow you to operate and flow in every area of your life, not just this little segment over here. Oh, I'm strong in this. I'm strong in it. I'll take myself. I'm strong in the word, and I'm strong in scripture, and I'm strong in spiritual things. But then when you take me over here, then I don't have any power. I don't have any confidence. I don't have any authority. I'm just here at your whim and at your disposal. Do with me what you will. No, nobody is going to do with me what you will. You will do with me what I allow you to do with me, because I have power. Sometimes that power is nothing more than the voice to speak up for yourself, because to act with your voice and say yay or nay. I was doing something the other day, and quite frankly, I was on my job, and they were getting ready to send a group of people to some grunt work that nobody else wanted to do. And I said to them quite plain, no, I'm not doing that. And they looked at me and they said, a little bit shocked, well, the needs of the company, this is the person that was handling me first. I said, well, I don't care what the needs of the company are. I know there's some other places that I can be put besides there, because I'm not getting ready to go there and do that for X number of hours. I can tell you that right now. And the person was like, well, that's the way it goes. And so I handed them my badges. And I said, okay, it is what it is, because I know I'm not going to do that for 4 hours. And it basically was grunt work that nobody else wanted to do. And you're going to tie me up and make me do it when there are other people that can be doing this. And there are people that are supposed to be doing this. Dr. Dady Priest, come on in here. The high priestess is in the house. Good evening to you. And it's so good to see you. So much love and so much blessing to you. And so, as it would be, they handed me off to somebody else higher than them. And the person looked at me, and I looked steadfastly, because I didn't blink, I didn't stutter, I wasn't speaking in other tongues. I spoke in a language that was clearly understandable and distinguishable. You didn't need an interpreter. I said what I said. I'm not doing that for 4 hours. And so the upline was like, from my manager was like, oh, no, you don't have to. I know I don't have to. I know I don't have to. And ever since that night, all the way up to the regional manager in the whole facility, everybody has been coming by. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Listen, they went and showed me where a supply of some beverages were that everybody else didn't have access to. But they were like, you come back and get some anytime you want to. And da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, I said that to say I'm not trying to demand and or command special treatment or anything else. I just know what I'm going to do, and I know what I'm not going to do. And what I'm not going to do is your grunt work, dirty work. And at the end of the day, when I displayed that, now when I tell you the whole energy, everybody, when I encounter them, it's everybody is so respectful. They're so attentive. They're so, now as a person that I have had phases and times, as I said, when I may have allowed my power and my authority to be squashed, to be suppressed and pushed down. And that definitely would have been as a result of having come through some places where I felt like I had my power stripped away. But there is that place when finally I was like, enough is enough and too much is too much. And so it was like, all you have to do is open your mouth and speak. all you have to do is take action, put action to whatever it is that you say, whatever it is that you, and at the end of the day, I hope that you all hear me even in the place of, and speak the desires of your heart. If it's not what you want, if it's, and you feel strongly enough about it, because this was a scenario where I was like, no, this is a deal breaker. What you getting ready to ask me to do, that's a straight up deal breaker. If it's a deal breaker for you, I want you to know you have the power to make the choice for yourself. Yes, there's consequences to every choice that you make. Hey, but when I make a choice and I'm standing by that choice, I'm ready to deal with whatever consequence, whatever result, whatever outcome comes with that choice. But listen, folks, come on, Dr. Dady, stop giving your power away and stop selling yourself out and selling yourself short. Because ultimately what it does, it creates a chasm in your spirit, in your energy. It's almost like a black hole that starts sucking up your energy and your enthusiasm and your joy. Come on, joy is important to me. Joy is just as important to me in these days and times than coins. Some of us are chasing those coins and trying to get out there and get the dollars. But at the end of the day, there are some things that dollars cannot buy, and joy is one of them. And I will have joy. I will have peace. I will have a place where I know that this is the place and space that I'm in because this is what I choose, not because this is what I've been forced into and I have to try to accommodate and just make myself make do until. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what. I told somebody, I know we were even taught the fake it till you make it concept, especially in church, but I'm like, I'm not going to fake it. I'm going to make it. And at the end of the day, I'm going to make it what I want to be and what I want it to be. And I'm not going to settle for less than that. So, I hope that, my fan, I was like, why am I getting so hot? My fan done gave up the ghost. Nonetheless, while y'all, I know y'all looking at me sweating like, what's wrong with spiritual thought leader? Because baby, I'm sitting there myself like, what happened to there we go. Come on. So at the end of the day, I want you to have the life that you want to have. I want you to have the life that you desire. But I also cannot just stress enough to you, take your power back. You have the power. And listen, I know that a lot of times we teach and preach. I want to show a little, it's about capitalism, but I want to bring it into a spiritual realm. Let me pull this up. I feel church has done the same thing with our spirituality as capitalism has done with our money. And so you say, spiritual thought leader, how do you mean that? Okay, so take a look at this with me, if you would, please. So here, this is basically showing an idea of capitalism. We got this man out here just enjoying the richness of the sun. There's enough for everybody. You don't have to fight. You don't have to scramble. You can pick your tree and lay out and soak up as much sunshine as you want to. It's available to everybody. That's what I want you to know about life. That's what I want you to know about your power that you have. It's available to everybody, and there's enough for everybody. Do not get the idea as we push in this country, we're all scrambling and fighting. Black Friday, when the people get up and they spend the whole night at the store and they go in the store and they're fighting each other for a TV or fighting each other over this and that because of the scarcity. There's not enough for everybody to get some. At the end of the day, that's not the life that we live. That's not the world that we're operating inside of. I want us to understand that just like this picture, this diagram is showing in picture number 1, there is enough for everybody. There are enough sun rays, enough sunshine, enough fresh air. Listen, enough. There are enough trees for you to find your space and lie under. Then number 2, what happens? We have capitalism and greedy people that come in and they look and they're saying, this man has got the best of the world. You got free sunshine, free air, free shade, a free tree. How can I turn this around for my benefit? And I want you to understand, anytime you're dealing with power brokers and people that want your power, because that's really what I'm talking about tonight, more so is the power of living, not so much money too, but I want you to understand, I'm just talking about power in general, but this idea and this diagram of capitalism is perfect. So you got that person that wants to be the power broker and the one in charge and the one that's making a benefit and a profit off of what you have for free and you're enjoying at no charge. You got the power broker that starts thinking about it, which then takes us to diagram picture number 3. So then the person that wants to be the broker finds a way to chop down, to destroy, to take away, to eliminate whatever it is that you're enjoying that gives you the ability and the power to enjoy sunshine for free, to enjoy fresh air for free, to enjoy the shade for free. And that power system figures out a way to take away and eliminate that's providing you that opportunity, which then takes us to diagram number 4. They then take that free tree that you've been sitting at under the shade, enjoying the beauty of the air and everything that comes with it. They chop it up and they build a little shed out of the tree that you were enjoying for free. And then that brings us to diagram number 5. Then they sell it back to you. What you had for free, what didn't cost you a dime, there was enough for everybody, and you weren't infringing or hurting anybody else. You were just enjoying what God gave. I want you to understand that that's the same, this diagram, which is again talking about capitalism. I'm trying to get you to understand I purport that same type of energy is what you struggle with, even in just enjoying and walking in the liberty of your power. It's something that God has given you freely. It's something that's not infringing on anybody else. It's your power. And again, I'm going to keep saying from that African proverb, behold, the only thing greater than yourself. So when we especially get into the spiritual realm, what was free, what God gave you, and you had the ability to flourish in it. Now, when we get into the spiritual structure, that involves a preacher. It involves all of these other hierarchical levels of spiritual authority, as we call it. Somebody who, you almost like you can't hear from God for yourself. You got to hear. Did so and so sanction that? Did you go to the baby? Listen, you have direct access and direct line to God. You have to understand the middle wall of petition has been taken away. That partition is gone. You have direct access to God. If you didn't get 5 prophets and 10 apostles and 30 bishops to sanction what God told you, do whatever and live however, flow however, minister in the power, go in the direction that God is leading you, and do it with power, do it with confidence, because all of these things are just things that we've put in place to position power brokers to tell you what to do. That's the same as, and some of you all know, whether it even comes down to entrepreneurship. Some of you understand, just like I said, I told that employer, no, that's not what I'm going to do, and you're not going to have me over here doing what you should have already had done by some other people. I'm not going to pick up that slack. You're not getting ready to throw that on me. Come on, Dr. Dady. You're not getting ready to saddle me down with that. And so even though I may be in your employ, I want you to understand there are boundaries that you're going to respect me and you're going to operate with me in fairness. I will not allow you to abuse and use me because you got that little line in that says, and other duties as assigned. No. You have people that are supposed to be doing this that you're letting lollygag and do all kinds of other things. I don't care what they do, but what I'm not going to do is pick up their slack and be your Hebrew slave. I'm just not going to do it. When you begin to move in that power, again, you have those power brokers that want to be in a position to take your power and then sell it back to you. After they chop the tree down, after they then take the wood from the tree that was yours and you were enjoying, after they chop the tree down, shred it up, chop it up into what they can now turn into a hut to protect you from the sun and give you shade. I had free shade. What are you talking about? I had free shade, and then you want to turn around and sell it to me. And I want you to understand, Dr. Dady, we talking real facts in here. I want you to then understand that they then, whether it's in a way of, the truth will keep you free, Cassandra. The truth will keep you free. Whether it's figuratively or literally, they will come with your power. They will come with your creativity. They will come with your ingenuity. They will come with all that God deposited in you that they turned and took away from you, and then turn around and try to sell it back to you. And it's like, no, you're not going to sell me that. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep my tree. How about that? How about the fact that I'm going to keep all of this sunlight that God has given, as if, come on, Dr. Dady, as if I'm going to keep my sunlight. I'm going to keep my fresh air. I'm going to keep my shade as if it's brand new, Dr. Dady, as if it's brand new. And what I'm trying to get you to hear, take your power back. Because again, from the African tradition, behold, the only thing greater than yourself. I want you to get that down in your shando and stop letting other people dominate and control the power that is yours, so that they can have it for their benefit, so that they can have it for their advantage. And I'm not worried really about what they do. I'm worried about me. I'm going to have the life that I want to have. I'm going to have the experience that I want to experience. I'm going to call the shots because, listen, I am the master of my own fate. And wherever this ship goes, I'm steering it. Me and Jesus got our own thing going. But you're not going to come on my ship and take over the helm of my... No, you're just not going to do it. I need you to take your power back and do it with confidence, knowing that God gave it to you. Just like God gave that sunlight, God gave that shade from the tree, God gave that fresh breeze blowing in the air. Baby, you can, what God has given me, you surely not gonna come in here and take it away. But the only way they're gonna have that advantage, you've got to give it up. Hear me, hear me, hear me. You've got to give it up. So this is the place where we've been taught to be compliant. We've been taught to do, we got to use the power, Cassandra. We've got to use the power. We've got it now. Why not use it? Because there are things that have sold us wolf tickets that tells us to back down, that tells us to, oh, you know, you don't want, especially black women. We always hear about the angry black woman. And anytime we start beginning to assert ourselves, oh, she's a, no. I'm asserting the power that God gave me, rightfully so, and you're not going to come at me with black angry women syndrome. I'm talking truth. I'm operating in reality, and what you're not going to do is put me at the bottom of the barrel and trample over me like I'm nobody. You're just not going to do it. God gave me the power and I'm going to use it. God gave me a brain that you've been using all this time so you could get credit, so that you could get, God gave me a brain and I'm going to use it for my own benefit. God gave me these tools that I have, and I don't have to be like that man in that picture and let you come and chop down my tree and then turn around and sell me a shed with my wood. Am I talking to anybody? I want us to take our power back. The greatest fear that we have is that we are powerful beyond belief. As the poem says, we are powerful, and I need us to tap that power and use it for ourselves. Stop giving it away. Stop giving it for free. Some of y'all need to hear that, because all this that God has given you, every time you turn around, you're heaving and you're hoeing and you got your back in doing the heavy lifting, but it's for somebody else. I need you to do it for you. I need you to utilize what God gave you for you. There's nothing wrong, and hear me, y'all know I am one of the kindest, open, generous-hearted people you'll ever want to meet, but at the end of the day, there comes a point where you got to pump the brakes and say, I'm going to stop giving everything for, as I told you, my friend Jonna, she said, listen, you stop setting yourself on fire to keep other folks warm. That blesses me every time I think about it. We're just not going to continue in that trend, in that vein of this is how I live. And then, quite frankly, folks, then a lot of times what happens is you end up in the dead of night by yourself looking at the four walls while you are empty and everybody else is full. No, ma'am, no, sir. God gave me power to get wealth. God gave me power to do all things. I can do all things. So if I understand that I have that power, and again, behold, the only thing greater than yourself is God. And in that relationship that you have, spiritually so, God and I, we are in partnership and we are working in concert to create the reality that I want to live in. And that means success is my default. Success is my default. Come on. Success is my default. That's my default. Success is built in. I have the power. You have the power. Do not relinquish it. Don't do it. Don't do it. When I say to you, people respond when you move in power, and they govern themselves accordingly. I'm going to say it again. People, when you move in power, they respond and they govern themselves accordingly. If it seems like everybody's trying to run over you, if it seems like everybody's trying to minimize you, and don't worry about folks trying to minimize you, that's just a jealous spirit. And can I say this? There's some folks that will try to get real close to you. They do, Dr. Dady. They respond to your power. There are folks that get real close to you because they're trying to get what you got. Listen, pay attention. I want you to pay attention. Everything that is on your side, just because they're on your side doesn't mean they're with you. I want you to be, again, I'm not trying to push you to a point of being suspicious of everybody, but I do need you to use discernment. Everybody's not about your positive benefit and welfare. So you many times may find, again, just know, sometimes, I'm at the point now, I know what's going on in several situations where people think I'm dumb and unaware. But I got your number. I see exactly what you're doing. I see exactly what you're saying. I will speak when I need to speak. But what the reality is, I'm not going to let you roll up on me because I see you. And when people show you who they are, believe them. I told you, a rebel used to tell me all the time, girl, the benefit of the doubt gonna kill you. I need you to use the power of discernment. I need you to use the power of the Holy Ghost. I need you to use the power of your brain. I need you to use the power of your intellect. I need you to use the power of your ingenuity. I need you to use the power of your intuition. I need you to use all of that. Operate in your power in totality. Again, as I said earlier, not just in one area while the rest of it's going crazy. No, babies, I need you to get power totally activated and operating in your entire life, in every segment, in every area. And power is becoming. Can I say that? And it really is. Power is becoming. There's something attractive. There's something that's magnetizing. There's something that causes people to want to be in your presence when you have power. And I'm not talking about the kind that these folks out here running around lying and cheating and stealing and acting all kind of various and sundry ways out of order. I'm talking about the power of love. Again, I'm in concert and I'm working together with God by the power of the Holy Ghost. When I'm moving in my power, there is something that's very attractive about that. And then hear me when I say there's also something that is very distasteful and dissatisfying when everything about you is in weakness. People can sense the depth of your countenance. Come on, Dr. Dady, come on and talk to me. The enemy always comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Kick him just like God did. He can never go back to heaven. So he wants everyone to think that they are doomed because he is definitely doomed. My proclamation is success is my default and I will not take it back. Say created me in his divine, he did. He created you in his divine image, Cassandra. Come on with that. I want you again. I want you to get off of here tonight. Behold. Yes, I'm saying go back to the African spirituality. I praise God for all of this other, but listen, go back to our roots. Behold, the only thing greater than yourself. And I mean that thing. I mean that. Because some of you, even in our spiritual and or Christian journey, some have just totally given yourselves over to people at their whims of religious leadership. And I'm like, no, that's not who you are. That's not who God created you to be. The only thing greater than yourself is God. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm not putting anybody's title down. None of that. But I just want to say, what are all these titles? Honey, this is man-made stuff y'all done made up. The only thing greater than yourself is God. Make sure, and I tell people all the time, when I lay down at night, I always make sure that I have a peace in my spirit and my relationship. And I could go some places here, but I'm not. I'm not one of those. I have a blessed assurance. I'm not one of those that talks about I'm trying to make it in and I don't want to get to the end. That's not my testimony. And I feel sorry for people that have been taught that way. I feel sorry for people that believe that way. But child, if you got to get all the way to the end and then be fearful that after all these years and I get all the way to the end and then find out I missed it. That's not the God I know. That's not the God I know. And that's torture if that's the kind of God that you serve, that you can get all the way to the end. And that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I have a blessed assurance. My relationship with God is solid, and it's not one that's hanging in the balances and I might get to the end and find out I'm going to hell. That's not the way my life goes. So, I want you, and there's a power in knowing that. Hello, there's a power that comes with knowing that, because certain things you're not going to pull over on me because I have a blessed assurance. The only thing greater than myself is God, Cassandra. The only thing, hear me when I say that, and underscore, bold, italicized, capital letters, the only thing greater than you is God. And God says in Ephesians chapter 1 verse 19, and he's given that same power to us who believe. The power of God is then invested in us. The power of God. When it talks about Jesus went and took back all power is in my hand, and then turned around and said, and he gave it to the church, to usward who believe. You have that kind of power. You have that kind of power. I want you to use it. I want you to use it. So wherever along your journey and around your route, along your way, wherever you relinquished power, I want you to go back and get it. Don't leave a drop anywhere. Don't let anything or anybody have what's yours. Go back, reclaim it, take it back. It's your power. God gave it to you. Just like that tree, that was that man's tree. But once you I'm going to shift to that picture one more time. A lady came into Lane Bryant today, low-key bragging about her contacts and who she works for, a U.S. senator. The young ladies I work with were flabbergasted that I wasn't impressed. Once the lady realized we both were at Harvard at the same time, her whole demeanor changed. Come on here, Dr. Dady. Show them who you are. Listen, don't back down for anybody on any point, because you will not encounter anybody that is walking greater than you are. We all equal peers going eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder. Don't play games in here. And you're not going to make me feel less than. I don't care what it is. I know, Dr. Dady, I would have cracked up. But don't let people come in and infringe upon your power and upon your rights and your privileges and your land and your no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't let anybody do it. So when you leave up out here, I want you to once again remember the whole essence of this. God gives all of us free access, and there's enough for everybody. There's enough success for everybody. Nobody is in a place of lack. God has given it in abundance. So I can enjoy the sunshine, I can enjoy the shade and the breeze, but always look for the power brokers that are out there trying to get your power. By all means, don't let them chop down what has been serving you and what has been blessed to be yours. Only to build something that they want to build and then sell it back to you. She left me her number and was offering to help me make contacts. Dr. Dady, yes, and yes again. I love it. I love it. Light shines best in darkness and low vibrations. Just show up as you. Be yourself. And you said a mouthful right there, Cassandra Word. What? God has really given all of us. The Bible says he's given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. You already have the fullness of all. I need you to walk in that fullness. Stop walking like you lack. Stop walking like you don't have. Stop walking like you don't. No. I need you to get yourself together. Get your power on and walk in it. Walk in it. And don't allow the system to sell you back what was yours. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's your power. That's your power. Don't let the system of power brokers sell you back what was already yours. No, and no again. I hope this has been a blessing to you on tonight, but that was in my shondo. I'm going outside of the traditions of normal Christian teaching. And I'm still spiritual, and this is still, I'm on point. At the end of the day, even though I'm not getting ready to give you 7 steps of how to get to your spiritual power, I'm telling you, I want to go back to African ancestral roots and say, behold, the only thing greater than yourself. Did I tell you how another young lady always asked me why I walk so fast? I told her that I walk with purpose. Come on here. I walk with purpose. I love it, Dr. Dady. I absolutely, positively love it. Get your walk on in purpose. Because that is who we are. Many of us are not living the fullness of our lives of who God created us to be. I'm not talking about a bunch of materialism either. At the end of the day, though, I will say when you walk in your power, there are some materialistic things that will come to you just by virtue of you being who God created you to be. But I'm saying I'm not chasing that. Every day I walk and I wake up and I'm saying, Lord, I want to be the fullness of me that you created me to be. I want to be the fullness of Regina today, all day. And I want to be present all day with Regina. I want to be in power all day with Regina that you created, that you intended by design. And I want to be all that and nothing less every day. Woo, come on here. My present is the present of God's presence. Mind you, I've only been there part-time and less than a month. A lady asked if I was the store manager. I can't halfway ring up an order. Listen, I was working at the city, and I did eventually get promoted to a manager for the city of Kansas City, Kansas. But it was funny because people would come in the office while I was the admin. I was executive admin. They thought I was the top person in charge, and I'm like, no, that's not me. That's my manager. But when you carry yourself with certain kinds of authority and power, they are confused because you look like you're the one. You carry yourself like you're the one. I want you to be the absolute best version of you that you can be every day. And I know that Dr. Dady has a thing where when we come into engagement matters 1 through 5, I believe it is 1 through 10. I think it's 1 through 5. What are you today? I know there are days where you may be someplace on the scale, but my goal, my mental energy, my striving point is I want to come in at my best at all times as much as possible. I can't even process a credit card payment without asking for help. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad because at the end of the day, you know, that's only a temporary situation, and I'm not tripping at all. But nonetheless, they recognize the power. They recognize the energy of power. They recognize the authority. Come on here. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Ooh, I want you to manifest and show up top tier. Hear me. I want you to manifest and show up top tier. I had to stop, pump brakes on myself and say, wait a minute. You know, all this is fine and good, but is this what you want to represent for you? And I'm like, no, I want to be top tier. And so at the end of the day, my insistence with Regina, because that's who God created me to be, top tier. Yes, this enlargement, expansion, blessings, promotional, increased territories, and me in power. Come on here, Cassandra. I love it. Girl, in that picture you had posted the other day, I said, honey, mother is doing, and Dr. Dady too. Y'all been posting some pictures out there on Facebook. I said, honey, these folks are representing. And I absolutely love it. And that's what I want you to show up top tier. Show up. Let everybody else be mediocre. Let everybody else be what everybody else is. I want you to show up top tier. Because that's who you are. That's what lions do. Lions don't come in looking like hyenas. Oh, I said something right there. I'm not mad at the hyena. But lions don't come in looking like hyenas. Am I talking to anybody? Lions don't come in looking like camels and no, sheep lions come in looking like lions. Am I talking to anybody in here? And I want you to represent at top tier. Take your power back. Because that's who you are. Show them who you are
T'Challa. Y'all know that's my favorite line on that movie. And walk out of here today, and I'm getting ready to close. And I love you too, Dr. Dady. You said that earlier, and I was talking and I saw it, but I was all caught up, and I didn't stop to address it. But I love you too, Dr. Dady. Chef Nobi, Cassandra Woke, I appreciate you all being in my chat today, and the others that are here but are not necessarily in my chat. I cannot stress enough. I want you to go from this place and this space declaring and decreeing, behold, the only thing greater than yourself, and that's God. Other than that, you walk in your power. I love you with the love of God. Thank you again for coming into the Unchurched on today. Take this with you. Feast on it, feed on it, marinate, regurgitate like a cow chewing cud, as my father used to say, and let it go through all 4 chambers of your stomach and come back and keep on getting all the nutritional value you can get out of it before there's just nothing left. And then discard whatever the waste is. But by all means, I want you to feed and feast on, take your power back, because it's yours. It's yours. It's yours. And God gave it to you. Peace and power for our journeys. I love you and thank you for that. And that's the way we're going out tonight. I appreciate you and I love you so, so very much. Have a great evening and we'll see you again. Have a blessed week.
Welcome to the Unchurched. Pull up a chair. Yeah. We cut that cloth. Mind on freedom. Still in the talk. Welcome to the Chop House, where we break that script apart. Shopping love, shopping love. Carving futures from the dark. From the block to the boardroom, we gon' build this brick by brick. With the spiritual thought leader, turning pressure into gifts. Yeah. Black gold in the bloodstream, old pain in the bone. Turn chains into cheat codes, turn maybe to our own. We talk vision, talk village, talk healing in the mix. Talk that on your bricks, talk that on your bricks, yeah.
Welcome to the top,
Where we break that script apart.
where we break the